heading over here to the channel to rock out with the broski. The broski, we out here. What's good? I'm gonna put my mic on too. Let me see my video get there. Everybody, I appreciate y'all coming back to Black Outrage. It's been a minute since we did a show, starting that poll, and sound sounds good. Sounds good. So we just back at it again. We're gonna do a little conversation about all of those scenarios that's been going on in the world, and welcome back to the channel. Sounds good on the microphone. Welcome back to the channel. It don't even seem like I need to use my mic, so I'm gonna probably just chill on my mic for now. But anyway, this Hood Films, I'm your boy Hood. You know, we was doing Black Outrage shows for a while, then I took a break on it. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into the details about that another time. But now, we can get back into the conversation. So as you see in the back, the boy Max B, which is a rapper here in America, he's been doing his thing across the globe, sitting back as an artist, and he basically got himself locked up. You know what I'm saying? How it is, you know what I'm saying? You can go to jail out here in the world, and he caught a situation which got him locked up years ago. Looked like 16 years ago now. So he finally got himself free, and he basically back on the streets. So now it's like this big gigantic internet race to see what's going to be his next steps and what he's going to do. So I appreciate y'all coming over there. We got the poll in there too, because we're going to talk about the stimulus check that's happening right now, that's going on, supposed to be happening in the future. And Trump and them going to be doing that. So we'll see if that actually happens. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if it do. I'm hoping it do, because obviously it's been some scenarios that we all been seeing that people need some money. Max B at a Harvard, New York party club or something like that last night. We'll see if that's true too, because apparently he was out kicking it last night. So, you know, he might have grabbed a mic and did a whole bunch of stuff. But I wanted to get on here and just keep talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to talk Black Outrage. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's snowy where y'all at, but we snowed in up here. So let's see if this is actually a video of Max B doing his performance online right here. It don't look like him. There's him though. All right, let's flip the camera. So you see the cameraman ain't that good. So basically, this is just a video of him being back, but they also got the video of him being freshly released from prison. And I'm gonna try to get to that one real quick too. Show all that situation with that brother getting up out of pen. It's crazy sitting in there like he had to do, but you know how it is. Oh, let me make sure I'm good though, cause just a couple of little items you still got to cut on. Make sure public. I'm still on public though, so that's good. On the YouTube side, check the audio. No, so that's good. Audio sounding good so far. All right, so bad. Let's keep it moving on the Max B subject matter. He basically is free, so it's like everybody not laughing, but everybody holding him down and showing love. Jim Jones and him apparently got an issue, and they've been bugging out with each other in recent years. You know what I'm saying? Well, not recent years, but since before he got locked up. So now he free. It's like all this talk about if they're gonna compensate again, because Jim Jones was saying he didn't want. Jim Jones didn't want his homie. What's the dude's name? I forgot dude's name. He didn't want dude talking to Jim Jones. Jim Jones talking to dude. Like they the lobby boys together. I forgot dude's name, But Jim Jones, he ain't want Jim Jones talking to Jim Jones didn't want him talking to dude because they got a podcast together and shit. Let's rap about it. So that's the name of their podcast. But you know, he still showed up to where Max B was at. You know what I'm saying, on some real shit. Like shit, I fuck with Max B because you've both been gone 16 years, so that's a hellacious time.
For you alone. So what? From everywhere.
I got you.
Yeah, you got to do it though, Emrek. You got.
Yeah, I was just saying if Emrek was talking about it too, but if you know, because they saying 50 Cent said something about the whole Max B coming home and all that, but I mean, 16 years is a nice little stretch. I mean, stupid ass stretch. It's a dumb ass stretch. You know what I'm saying? And then you finally come bounce up out that bitch. And now everybody got something to say. You know what I'm saying? So people lying to about some Jim Jones reacts to Max B coming home. Let's see if this is a legit statement. Because you never know if any of this shit is legit necessarily because how the internet is. You know what I'm saying? People be making all kind of AI shit these days. So you don't even know if that shit's real. But let me flip the camera and see what they talking about.
Friendship Max, will you work with Max B when he gets out?
No, Max B.
Okay. Max, will you work with Max B when he gets out?
Max B.
Okay.
Max dick out of here.
All right. Okay. Has that conversation even come up?
You said it right
Max,
there.
will you work with Max B when he gets out?
Max B.
Okay.
Max dick out of here.
All right. Okay.
Damn. Enough said.
Has that conversation even come up though?
No, people don't play with me with that conversation. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing about that. That's the first thing I say. You heard?
Okay.
That's how you feel. That end the deal for anybody. There ain't no Max talking my conversation. Period.
Has that conversation even come up though?
No, people don't play with me with that conversation. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing about that. That's the first thing I say. You heard?
Okay.
That's how you feel. That end the deal for anybody. There ain't no Max talking my conversation. Period.
Okay. Friendship Max, will you work with Max B?
So you see, he ain't fucking with Max B.
Max B.
No matter,
Okay.
and this might be an old video, but you know, when he'll be coming out, people grabbing it. This profit bustle too, so I know dude be doing those clickbait videos, but it just show you that Jim Jones had that mindset at one point that he wasn't rocking with Max B at all. So now Max B came home 16 years later, because you know Max B had 75 years. He initially got locked up. He got locked up for messing with this female, and the female she did a crime, and when she did the crime, she said Max B put her up to doing it. So then that's when they came at Max B neck and locked him up. But he basically had to fight the case, and while fighting the case, he was in jail the whole time, and they gave him 75 years, and then he ended up being able to flip the case and getting the thing made back to like 20 years. So he just did 16. So, but the girl, she did like 8 years. You know what I'm saying? She didn't even do all that much time. You know what I'm saying? So he going to release a video of him coming home from jail right here. I know they're going to play a commercial. No, they ain't playing a commercial this time. That's crazy.
No, you can't get too close.
Let his kids go. Where's Donna?
Let's not get close to the gate, guys. They're going to talk. Go. You can't get too close.
Let his kids go. Where's Donna?
Let's not get close to the gate, guys. They're going to talk.
Little Sharon gets here. Let little Sharon get here. Where little Sharon at?
I'm going to put on the phone. Hold up.
Yo, jeans ain't tight enough.
I live in like 30 hours.
Jeans ain't tight enough. Yo, bro, I've been up Africa since I was 15 years old. I'm 32 years old. Where Ivy at? Yeah, you ain't know we was out this early. Domain Diego. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, thank you, my name. Call me La Ola. Where my baby's at? You can't
He's straight up surrounded.
Where's my baby?
So that just show you right there. He had literally the whole state damn near out there with him. But you know, he had a lot of support on his day out. You know what I'm saying? You see old boy Blueface, the other guy. I didn't know if he had that many people when he came home, but I mean, his face is all tattooed up now, so he might have went through some mental shit sitting in jail like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and Bobby Shmurda, a lot of them guys came home, but you know what I'm saying? Now here go 50 Cent reacting to it. We got to laugh a little bit. Let's see what they talking about on this one.
What up, my dude? Oh. Welcome home, welcome home. Thank you, man. Hey, yo, tell Boo-Boo I said what up. Big homie Boo-Boo I said what up. Also, let's work, man. He just dropped a new joint, so let's work. He's back in the studio. Let's work. All right, say no more. I'm ready. Let's get it. I'm ready. 50. What up, my dude? Oh.
There's another video, so you can see it's a whole bunch of videos playing out with him coming home. That's just one day. He only been home one day. So, and actually, yeah, one day. So today I make two. But, you know, I mean, I think he like got out Saturday or Sunday, something like that. So this might be his second day. But, you know, they got him right here at the game yesterday. He went to the football game. So maybe that was the second day he was out. So you could just see that that's what it is, being locked up all them decades. They really took your whole life from you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of time been gone. 15 years ago, 16 years ago, you can imagine your own age at that time, what you was doing and what you was thinking about. But it's been a long journey. Let me see what they got going on over here.
And I think he just gonna drop a few. Just saying,
Hey, what's up, hey? Am I supposed to go over there? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I see you come outside with it. Let me get a picture, guys. Alright, I got it. Wait, man. French class, man. Oh my God, you know what's going on. We outside. Not in. Boy, out, man. Look at my bag.
It's crazy. I do not feel like it's been 16 years. The day has finally come. There is no more free vaccine because vaccine is free. Everybody who has been texting and calling, I'm sorry, it's like not going on. I'm not sure where part is. He's somewhere with his dad. Well, somebody's car. There's a lot of people out here. I couldn't even say necessarily fans. Like more people that he knows who just want to be here for this moment. Clearly not a facility anymore, but thank you to everybody over here. Let's keep the heart protect all that good stuff. I'll be back to it shortly, but yes, that day is finally here.
They gonna make my snorkel? We outside. Jets game. J-E-T-S. Dr. Mango is my boy. You already know. We out here, we outside.
Energy crazy, right, French?
We outside.
So you want it?
Damn. Throwing that ball. They out here early. Woo. Yo, this shit crazy. I never been to the
Well, there you go right there. You can see a bunch of his damn life being played out right here online. The first 2 days of being free from jail after 16 years. And that's a long ass time. I don't know what the first things I'd do. But if your friends who you was close with was trying to be rappers, y'all always trying to be rappers and shit. Y'all was young. Let's say you was 28, 29. And then I guess you about 35, 38 right now if he came home now. It's not 42, 44 or some shit. But now he basically, your homies who you was growing up with trying to make it in rap, they all successful millionaires today. Not like little guys, but like the top dudes in the rap game. Because he was running with French Montana. And that was his homie. And then French Montana, you already know who he became in the last 16 years. French Montana, rich, name brand. He got songs that's international. He didn't get videos in Africa. He got property in Africa. He done did his damn thing in the last 16 years. So now Max B could got basically benefit from his friends succeeding to the level that he did. Because that's something that's going to be financial benefit for him as Max B, because your boy made it. And then especially if that's your real homie. Like if he a fake friend, then he going to be like, man, I can't be around that now, da, 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 da. And then it'd be like, damn, what the fuck? But most times the way Max B was, French Montana was there for his release when he was out there on the street with him. I do believe it'd be a moment for him to actually hook up French Max B with money so Max B could get out here and kick it. Because, you know, Diddy locked up. So Diddy would have been a billionaire. He could have probably benefited from Diddy money too. Because that's who French Montana was signed to initially. You know, I don't know if he's still signed to Diddy now, but he was with Diddy for a long time, and Diddy still get paid off of those original songs that they came out with. So we'll see how that all play out. But Max B did his time, man. 16 years. That's a stretch. You know what I'm saying? You do your time, and then you're supposed to be easy after that if it can be. You know what I'm saying? You kick it with the people who rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget our YouTube membership, y'all. Sign up for our YouTube membership. You get our videos ahead of time. But you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about that because that's real crazy that the dude came home like that. He finally made it up out of there. And it's a success story to him. So now in our other scenario, I wanted to talk about Trump with the $2,000 stimulus package that he talking about. What's up with that? You know, I've been hearing about it. So I really don't know too much of it. You know, at this point, it's like, is that really going to happen? Is that something that they saying is going to happen? Because, you know, everybody just about a week ago was saying the SNAP's benefits was leaving. And so it's like, so what happened? Did the SNAP benefits go? And it just came back like, tell me, I got to know. So it's really like intriguing to figure out what's really going on with the SNAP benefits and all of that shit. So I don't know if Trump going to do the $2,000 stimulus, because I mean, they always talk about it. It's like this little Asian dude who I be listening to on here on YouTube, and there you go right there. His name Clear Value Taxes. So this the guy who always be talking about that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
President Trump has officially confirmed and promised the $2,000 stimulus check to all Americans from the tariff revenue. So I'm going to be absolutely crystal clear about this. So this is not like an idea that he's floating around. It's not like, oh, he's going to consider this or he's thinking about it. No, he officially confirmed it and promised it. So I'm going to give you my opinion, but I want to show you the situation first. Okay, so I want to read you what President Trump wrote on Sunday, November 9th, and then we're going to review this piece by piece. It begins with, people that are against tariffs are fools. We are now the richest, most respected country in the world, with almost no inflation and a record stock market price, 401k.
He said at the end, he basically say a dividend of at least $2,000 a person, not including high income taxes, will be paid to everyone. But it's not exactly saying when he gonna do it and if he gonna do it. But let me scoot up and let the guy say it.
These are high to person, not including high income people, will be paid to everyone. Okay, so take a look at that last sentence. It's not we might, it's not we could, it's not we're thinking about it. It's clear, I mean, it's very clear cut, and it's an official promise. Now, I just want to point this out. Do you remember the potential Doge dividend check? So that stimulus check earlier in the year. So when President Trump floated that idea, giving a stimulus check from all the money that Doge was going to save the government, when he was talking about that, President Trump had a different tone and he used a different language.
Right.
He didn't make it.
So that's what I wanted y'all to hear, man. Basically, dude that be saying his name is Clear Value Taxes or something like that. He said that shit ain't finna go down. Here go Trump talking about the other now. He ain't talking about this new shit, but let's see what he's saying.
And 20%. goes to paying down debt because the numbers are incredible, Elon. So many billions of dollars, billions, hundreds of billions, and we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% down to pay back debt and pay down debt.
Okay, so you just saw that when President Trump was talking about this idea, the Doge stimulus check, I immediately called BS, just the way that he was talking about it, the tone and language that he was using. So I said that's not going to happen. Don't get your hopes up. And you can watch this video. And I made my position.
So this one ain't gonna happen either. It's the same shit. Trump just made a post, and so he's not actually giving a goddamn. But it's funny to know, you know what I'm saying, or even hear, because it's a possibility anything could happen. But now we know that it's just talk. I thought it was like, yo, go make sure you knew you was ready, because he did give out checks once before. See, the reason why I be wondering about it, because sometimes I don't get them checks, because if I don't, it's like if you don't pay taxes, you don't get them. So I think when it was a president or two back, I don't know which one it was. It could have been Bush or somebody. They was giving out checks, and I didn't get one. And it was, I think even when Obama did it, if he even did it, it was like, damn, I didn't get one. So then, you had to pay taxes. So if I didn't pay taxes that year, then you didn't pay it. You didn't get it. So it's like, what the fuck? And then when they did the business thing, I did get the checks, because I obviously got businesses. So, but then when they did, so now when this one come around, and I said it's clearly connected to taxes, I said, oh shit, I got to get on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was wondering if anybody heard anything about it. But it's really no telling what the hell they're going to do. Because at the end of the day, this their country, they do the fuck they want to do. They the ones who run this bitch, and we just run through it. But we don't really decide on what they're gonna do. Like if they're gonna live up to something or lie about it or fake about it, it's nothing we would really know. So if they give out a check, it'll be a surprise to everybody. I thought it could probably happen with it being this what's this coming up in a few weeks? The shopping thing, Black Friday, and I was like, they probably want to use that to stimulate the goddamn economy, but it's no real telling if they're gonna do that, because motherfuckers will be looking for that check. I mean, right now, especially with people having SNAP benefits, faking and not being able to get no money from it. So, you know what I'm saying, make sure you hit the poll. Are you glad that we getting one of those checks from Trump, or you think Trump, you just hate him, you don't want shit from Trump? Some people hate the shit out of Trump, so it's like, I wonder about that question, but obviously you're gonna need the money whether you like Trump or not, whether you like it's up to $2,000, so that means it might not be exactly $2,000. But that's the kind of shit that the country need to be doing, is giving money to the citizens, because otherwise it makes you have to work for a corporation that's not your own until you make your corporation able to make money. And then you have to make your corporation make money and follow the rules and regulations that they have within the area or field that you're in. So it's a route. That's why most people don't even do it, because you have to have all these rules and regulations that they're going to come into you. I don't give a damn what you do. You could be a person that thread clothes. It's going to still be something that you got to follow with some kind of rules. But if you like in Saudi Arabia, where they give the country, their citizens money each year or each month, which obviously help bills, rent, and everything like that, because the country is so rich because of them having oil. So it's like they can afford to give the people money. They don't have to feel like, oh man, if I give y'all money, y'all taking money from the country. It's like, well shit, we got oil, we spending money on oil, more oil is in the ground. We just hit a hole and then shit pop up. It's not like we losing out. So we'll give the people some money too to keep the people happy. Don't nobody want to start a coup or a war, because everybody eating, everybody could take care of their kids and have a family and do what they want to do. Even if you want to start a business, you can, because you got money coming in to funnel into the business until you get it the way you want it. But not only do you deal with the big R word here in Chicago, in America, to whereas you can't get your business going to the level that you want it. Now you also got to deal with the fact that if you get money, it can go into a funnel, a hole, because if you don't get the clientele back in your particular area of business. So for instance, like a person that make music today, if you make music today, you're not making money, because they was able to figure music out in another way and say, this how you do it. I got it. Take the technology, connect it to the music. And remember when streaming was around early on, you had to be on shit like LimeWire, you had to be on Napster. It'd take 3 hours to download a song. And then you had it forever. You downloaded that song, you owned it. But then they got on top of that. They was like, we suing you, we locking you up, and everybody. So now if you download a song, they said it was 99 cents. So that's the way you had to do it. You had to buy music. Then somebody else came up with another idea. They said, hell no. Forget iTunes. Music is free. Anybody can listen to it at any time they want to. And then it was like all of us music lovers was like, damn, I'm glad they figured that shit out. Okay, cool, I can just play music anytime I want to. But we never thought about the person who make the music, because they said, yeah, well, since anybody can play the music at any moment, I mean, anytime. It could be 3 in the morning, it could be 3 in the day. We're just going to give you less than a penny for it, because it can play 1,000,000 times. Well, ain't nobody listening to no song 1,000,000 times. But the music people on that side was like, all right, cool. And so now it's been less than a penny for a person to hear your music. Whereas if you watch my movie on Tubi, which I made my own movie, it's on Tubi. It's called Kill a Rapper. It's on there right now. It's free. It's called Kill a Rapper. I made way more money than a damn penny for my movie being played. And the same activity, which is ads, and which is playing on it, and then you play it and you make money. So you're not gonna get the same thing when you do music. They got it where it's cut, and it's like you only getting a penny. Somebody figured it out. Somebody had a better idea, and that's what they've been running with for all this time. And so it's like, what are we gonna do, man, about music? Ain't nothing you can do. It's like the game changed. So that's why the stimulus shit is like, it's needed, because people in our country, people, period, you can take the money and do something with it to benefit your business or benefit your family or benefit your life, or even put money into the ads behind your company or whatever you do. You know, build, get a microphone for your podcast. You know, I don't know, take a trip somewhere, buy a flight. Is they gonna actually give a stimulus package money to them people? Just like the guy was saying just a minute ago. He said he was gonna give some money up off that Doge shit when he had just became the president in January. He was like, yo, I'm finna give you some money. The government gonna give guys money. The whole country finna get a check, and then they switched up. Then nobody get nothing. They didn't give out shit. So to this moment, to this very second, they didn't give out nothing. So that's why I believe it's a lie. He ain't finna give out no damn money. Trump ain't doing that, and don't believe it. But we do have to believe it because he is the president, and then he did give out money once before. I think it was like around the pandemic, right after the pandemic or something like that. But I think it was really low, like $600 or something like that. So for him talking about giving out $2,000, that's like crazy. High dough. Motherfuckers would be straight. Niggas be living good. Like it's 2 G's. I can pay my mortgage and pay my condo and have a couple of goddamn dollars left over. Let's do it. But moreover, they should be giving money to the citizens a lot more, and it shouldn't be so hard for us to get the money from them. They should be giving money to the damn citizens. That's what America should be doing instead of holding the money down, keeping it to themselves, and they the only ones get it. For instance, the SNAP benefits. Let's see what they said about the SNAP benefits, because they've been bugging out about that. The longest shutdown in America. Oh my God, same bullshit, y'all. Let's listen to it though.
For government shutdown in U.S. history could be nearing its end after a test vote by the Senate yielded some positive results.
So this agreement tonight is a win for the American people. And it's a win for those people that are so insistent, that I'm hearing from all the time, protect our health care.
That is a totally meaningless gesture. You can get 100 votes here in the Senate. Won't mean anything because the House is not going to take it up. And the President of the United States certainly will not sign it.
What's outlined in the bipartisan package the Senate voted to advance, and what key Democratic sticking points remain? Plus, a federal appeals court's latest ruling on SNAP benefits and the uncertainty that brings to recipients.
A delegation from the U.S. is notably absent as the UN's climate change conference COP30 kicks off in Brazil today.
And we got a path on ACA. So that is much better than the status quo ante, and that plus what I was able to get for federal employees is why I signed on.
Yes.
It's 5:06.
All right, so they're not talking about the shit like I thought. This is some big 2-hour goddamn broadcast that I refuse to look at. But as far as the SNAP benefits, that's what I'm trying to see. And we got some black outrage too.
I mean, it's easy.
The black outrage in this episode about the SNAP benefits is that they've been using a lot of black people's faces as the face of the snaps. And we know in America, most people who get in SNAP benefits, you know who, because obviously they outnumber the black people. So how the hell we gonna be the ones getting it? But that's neither here nor there. Let's let them talk about it over here.
And I'm still looking at my bank account like, why isn't it cutting it? Why isn't it enough?
Hold up.
To come to pantries, and sometimes I don't have, all the food that I needed, to provide for my family.
What would it mean for you and your family if you don't get that money in November?
For the recent viral conversation around food stamps and SNAP benefits, many credible news outlets have begun adding to the coverage, interviewing people who use government assistance amid programs being cut off due to the current government shutdown. CNN, who according to its mission wants to inform, engage, and empower the world, and considers themselves as truth seekers and storytellers, is now being questioned if they are about telling the truth, or more so, how much of it do they tell? On Thursday, a video would be released across CNN's social pages of a black mom being interviewed about her struggles after not receiving her usual government assistance. The mother would even proceed to tell cameras that she felt like a failure despite having a college degree and working 40 hours a week.
Anita Norris is a single mom who works at a university, and she relies on SNAP benefits, also known as food stamps, to help feed her family. The government shutdown has cut back funding for the program.
I went to college. I did all the things they say you're supposed to do. I'm trying to do all that I can. And yeah, I feel like I'm failing.
Now, as we have learned a part of our coverage here about food stamps, the majority of stamp recipients, according to reports, are white Americans at 37%. While black Americans make up 26% of food stamp users. So yes, this black mother's story was real, but for some in the comments, it further projected a stereotype and a slight towards black people, that they're the ones who always need help. While one user would go on to say, interviews like these do humanize specific situations, but please interview a multitude of individuals from the group. You specifically selected a black woman to further push stereotypes. Most SNAP benefits do not go to black women, but I do appreciate the airtime focus on this. People deserve to eat. While another would say, why these interviews are always black people when it's white people that are mostly on food stamp. Now, to further investigate, we decided to take a more in-depth look at the food stamp coverage CNN would air across their social pages. And we would notice that they mainly only showed black people, and more specifically, black women. Now, just 7 days before the mentioned black mother story would air, CNN would release another video on the food stamp shutdown, this time at a food bank in D.C. And guess who they will only interview amongst the recipients there? A black woman.
Tens of millions of Americans are at risk of losing federal food stamp benefits, funded through the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program.
I have to come to pantries, and sometimes I don't have, all the food that I needed, to provide for my family. I just hope and pray for everybody that's out there being, in the same situation as me.
Now, interesting enough, while covering some of the federal workers who now need assistance, a CNN reporter would bypass the rural areas where a good majority of white food stampers live, as well as white residents lining up at food banks, and decided to travel to Queens, New York to interview another black woman about her struggles and needing assistance.
We're moving money around just to get by, going into our savings just to get by.
Here in Queens at a food distribution site, we're speaking with people here who are emotional, worried about how they're going to pay their bills, and knowing this is the only way they're going to put food on the table.
And literally just a week before this DC coverage on October 24th, they will post another government employee having to go to a food bank, and she too was a black woman.
I would have never thought in a million years that I would have been in this position.
Denise Blake says she drove over an hour to this food bank for federal workers. Blake is one of more than 1 million federal workers going without pay. She didn't go home empty-handed.
All right, let's see what else they have.
Let me get you some. How many people are in your house?
It's myself, my daughter, and I have a sister there.
Now, when it did come to the focus of food stamp,
Yo, this just show you, man, that it's the real sad part about it is that they just using black people as these guinea pigs and shit. Even though 37% of Americans actually they use food stamps, is those people. It's like, what the hell? Like, why can't they be 100 about this? If this is actually you, this is actually you. Like, why would you want to lie about it? Why be fake? But people are fake and they'll lie about something just to keep the message off of them. And I think that that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, dang on well, black people are not the most users of this type of shit. You know, even though we have to use it because of mostly when black people are using that stuff is because of racism. They're not using that because of want or need. They're using it because no opportunities are being allotted towards them. Whereas the white culture, so a lot of those people will probably use that stuff because they don't want to be a part of American structure or whatever they got going on. They've decided that that's not them. Like if people are asking you to be something that you're not, like I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I don't go to their church, I don't agree with this, or I'm not like them. So I'm like this. So I don't want to have to go follow up under somebody else's fortitude or religious understanding because if they the mayor or they this or they that. They've decided already, like, no, I live under this standard. And so whereas our culture is messed up where it's like we have to be a part of this stuff because otherwise they kick us out of American connections. You can't get in colleges, you can't. If you just simply say Black Lives Matter at your job, you prove not have a job. People will be, even black people are coming to you and say, what the hell is wrong with you? Like nothing, man. Black lives do matter. Like, hey, not in here, man. Don't do that because with people, your job would be costed, especially if you had a Republican type job. You will not have that job. They'll be looking at you like, well, how long are you gonna be here before you can go? And you're sitting back like, this is my job. I love this job. But you talking too much black power. You can't talk black power. You can't talk black politics at this job. And especially if everybody on some Republican mind thinking, they're gonna come to you and just talk to you at your job and be like, hey, guess what happened this weekend? We was at a march and And you gotta be like, oh, okay, cool. That's dang, wow. You can't be like, oh, I'm glad I wasn't out there, man. Like, sometimes I get tired of it. You can't do that at a job because they'll be looking at you crazy. So you when it comes to SNAP benefits, a lot of us as black people do need it and have needed it in our life, especially when we was kids as well. When I was a kid, they had this cheese. It was so thick. It was like, I can't even see something in here so big as how way it was. It was about the length of this bottle, technically, but it was thick like this, a wedge in 4 squares. In all 4 squares, and it's a square rather, and all the way in dense. And I'm talking about that cheese lasted months when you had it, and you can get it from the church or something like that, free cheese, no cap. And we would eat this cheese. At first, you didn't want to eat it. You were a kid, but then it's like I learned for myself how to slice it real thin, and then we were able to make cheese toast and things of that nature as kids. You know what I'm saying? So I was like just having fun. But now anybody think about that government cheese, they'll be like, man, y'all ate government cheese, but we really did. You know what I'm saying? And have fun eating it because it was just food. You know what I'm saying? So SNAP benefits, they go a long way because they help people. You know what I'm saying? Now, is the government going to really live up to the standard and make them come back and give it back to the people? I don't know, but believe me, if you can survive without it for 1 month and the government can understand that, it might be hard for them to bring it back. That's something to think about. If they see you being able to benefit and survive without the SNAP benefits, like 1 month, then next month they're gonna probably do the same thing and not bring it again. And then you sitting up really struggling trying to figure this shit out. Like, yo, that's where crime come from. See, the places and stuff like this, it's almost like we're humans, so we can't get away from our humanology. We're animals. We're like just like a cat, a dog, a fucking a gorilla, an elephant, anything else, a fish. We're animals, so we can't get away from our humanology, meaning that all of us eat off of each other. We all help each other eat. So that means capitalism is just our brains thinking of a way to do it. But we all eat off each other. Like I eat off you, you eat off me. It's all the way. We might not know each other, talk to each other, or intertwine with each other, but we all connected in the way that we are all eating off each other. We all benefit from each other, even if it's in a bad way. So when you think about it, if you're doing a crime, you're not doing a crime just in your neighborhood, on your block, or in your car, or right there to the girl or the guy that you perpetrating a crime against. Because what it is that the scenario around you, the environment has been set up so that you can do that, so that you can exact this anger or revenge or whatever issue that you have going to go through, that you want to steal, rob, or whatever fuck you choose, your crime. But since you did that, because the environment was set up around you so that you could, but you can't see that. You can't see the environment like that because you caught up in your moment or your scenario or whatever issue, road rage, girlfriend break, whatever the fuck it is. Then you're going to feed people away from where you're standing, like where you're standing at right now, and you perpetrate that crime at that building or that car or that girl or that guy, whatever the fuck you do. They're going to ship you far away from where you're standing. And then those people in that area, they're going to eat off of you. They're going to have a job. They're going to work 25 to 30 years. They're going to get their kids jobs there. Their kids are going to work there. Their husband, their mother, anybody is going to work down at that penitentiary. Now, you from a city, you might be from a landscape where it's buildings and cars and jackets and clothes and all kind of shit. So much stuff to look at. You ain't even thinking about none of that. So they'll take you away from that, put you in a building, boom, call it penitentiary, call it jail, whatever they call it. You stuck there. But while you there, you're feeding these people. They get to come to work every day and stand around you and look at you, watch you, feed you, clothe you, manage you, supervise you, do paperwork on you, take you back and forth to court, transport you. All of that is food. So they can take care of their people. They can watch Netflix at night. They can go shopping for fucking Black Friday. They can have Christmases, birthdays, all because the environment was set up around you so that you can exact that crime. So now you might never figure this out. The rest of your life, you might just be really caught up in what happened. Like that lady did this and this guy did that. And then I responded like this. And that just might be as far as your brain can go. But as people really take and understand that the environments are set up so that we all eat off of each other. So by the time I do that crime, and then I'm down there feeding those people in another way, I'm away from where I used to be. I'm not taking care of my mother. I can't take care of my family. I can't have a baby. I can't see my babies. I can't interact with the stores or anything around, nothing that I used to know. I can't talk to my old friends. I can't go to the high school reunions. So you remove from that. And then your job from now on as a human that's breathing, have a heartbeat, is to take care of these people by your physical body being there. Just standing right there. They're naming some area. Maybe in the federal environment, they take you in states that you ain't even from. You could be doing a crime in one state and your prison place would be somewhere 5 states away. Your family can't even come visit you because they got to take planes. So we eat off each other. That's just one connection to that understanding. But it's the same thing with entertainment or anything else. If you do service to people, if you fix you're a plumber, if you, I don't know, whatever you do, you shovel snow, we all are taking care of each other. We all are intertwining with each other, just like in the fish world. If you see, maybe a gigantic whale, a huge fucking whale, it's like a whole city block long. When a whale dies, and it's no longer breathing no more, it feeds 90% of the goddamn ocean. Because so many animals could be like, damn, it's dead. Let's go over here and eat. Even a little bitty small speck of a little bitty small, little this big of a fish, it feeds something else because it's something else that small. That's just all they want. They only need a sip of water. So we all eat off each other. Even the animals eat off of us. Even so, we think in our brain about our, what's the word I'm going for? Civilization and civilized mindset. But it's the same thing. So somebody is always thinking of a way to have somebody else help them eat. Sometimes it's sinister. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's, conniving and underhanded, and sometimes it's not. You know what I'm saying? So whereas you got the benefits of SNAP being mostly white people using it, and mostly white people are signed up on it, and mostly white people get the checks from the actual SNAP, you got mostly black people who not going to do that. They're not going to go down there and sign up. It may be embarrassing. You're not going to go down and sign up. They probably can't write their damn name like that. So I'm not finna go down there and talk to them. They probably ain't got no address to send a check. That's something else if you black. You're not necessarily having an address to send a check. And then you go down there and say, I want to get on Snap. And we don't use P.O. boxes and we don't use currency exchanges. And you're like, well, damn, where the fuck I'm going to go? Where am I going to get my check sent to? And then you got to go speak to somebody. Can I get my check sent to your house? And then they be like, yeah, but you got to pay me. You know what I'm saying? Or even sometimes when you get those benefits like that, you might want to get a housing. And they be like, yeah, we'll give you housing, but it's 90% of your check. And you only get $14 afterwards because your check is going to be equivalent to what your money coming from the government. And you say, like, what? They're supposed to take care of me. I can't give you all this money for my damn check from the government so that your motherfucking ass can pay my rent. What are you talking about? And they're like, that's what it is. So now you what? Got the money from the government, but you homeless. So as somebody else on the white side, they got inherited a house. It's granny's. So you just get the check and you buy the food and you live happy-go-lucky. You get some extra money, you buy a TV. You get a little job around the corner from the house, pay cash, you get a car. You know what I'm saying? So it's still up for a lot of folks, whereas in our culture as black people, it might can't get you as far as you would like it to take you because of the other elements that's going on around it, surrounding it. You know what I'm saying? So That's some real deep shit I just gave y'all for this Black Outrage. I wanted to do another Black Outrage because I hadn't done one in a minute. And I was like, let's get back to it. Let's talk some stuff because there's a lot of stuff going on in the world. So I'm going to try my damnness to stay on it and just keep Black Outrage podcast going and then get at y'all again in the future in a new episode. Probably tomorrow, if not later on today. I'm hoping I'm going to do one later on today, though. All right, peace, y'all.